You could come. So today I'm going to talk to you primarily about paper pumpkin kits, but I did want to point out, if you have never seen the Stampin' Up! Kits, they are amazing. So on page 6 through actually 9, of the annual catalog, Stampin' Up! Offers different types of kits. For example, up here, these two are all-inclusive kits. I don't know if you can see this. I've raised my camera a little bit, but this is called Simply Citrus, and this has everything you need, from the block to the stamp set. Everything is cut. Your inks, your glue dots, all those things are in here. Same with the all-inclusive kit here called Looking Up. So I actually did a video on these kits that I'm showing you here for World Card Making Day. I did it last October. So if you go to my YouTube channel, you can see all these kits, because you know I have them. They're fantastic. And I show them actually to you so you can see it. So here we have Ellen, we have Patty, Julie. Yay, the gang's all here. Keep coming. I hope you've got your lunch with you. But these are great kits to give as gifts or for yourself. Because again, especially for the beginner or even the avid crafter, the all-inclusive has everything you need. Then we go into a project kit. So I did a class on this one last year called Gorgeous Posies, and it is wonderful because it comes with this beautiful box, the cards. You pretty much stamp your words. Now this one has everything here, but you have to, you probably can't see that. You do have to buy the stamp set or simply use a stamp set you already have. Because really what you're stamping is the sentiments. But this was a great kit. And then of course, for the avid stamper, the Boho Indigo product medley. And the reason you really wanted this kit, if you are an avid stamper, because it has everything that coordinates. From the ribbon, the designer paper, some punch out pieces, you have the stamp set, you have the dies, but you would need things like the die cutting machine, your clear blocks, your ink pads. So this is just great, but what was so nice about it is everything was put together, this entire kit here, plus you could also buy a refill kit, which just includes your consumables. That was something new Stampin' Up! Started doing, but this Boho Indigo is gorgeous. And if I was focusing on these kits right now, I would break everything out and show it to you. But again, I already did that video. So check it out from last October for the World Card Making Day. But what I want to talk to you today is about paper pumpkin. Now, some of you may have tried paper pumpkin in the beginning, years and years ago. It's been out for quite a few years, and they have come a long ways. So it is a wonderful kit. It really has some nice projects, and I am going to be telling you all about it and telling you how you can get free product with your paper pumpkin kits this month. I'm going to create a card with one of them, and I'm also going to do a card outside of the kit using the parts. So settle in, ladies. We're going to have a good time today. So I wanted to actually show you a paper pumpkin kit of what it looks like when you get it. Comes in this nice box, and here, if you can see it, what I love that they do, they actually put the date on the side now. So this is Joy to the World. I received this in October, and when you have holidays, just like a craft show or anything, you really have to work like the month in advance when you're doing it, or a month or 2 months. So these were Christmas cards I received in October, and that was great. Hey, Michelle, I'm glad you could pop on. She actually gets to see me live today. And you all know if you ever miss a live at noon, that you could please go ahead and just catch it later. That's the beauty of the Facebook Lives. It's live or it's later. So when you open your paper pumpkin kit, the first time you're a subscriber, you actually get the clear acrylic block. Now, it's not a Stampin' Up! Block, but the standard ones we carry, but it will work for every kit that you get. Your ink is included. So they try not to duplicate any ink colors for the entire year. So you have these cute little ink spots, and these are great. I know some of you go to like stamping retreats, scrapbooking retreats. You can collect your little ink spots, and then you're not bringing all of your larger pads. They work just like an ink pad. You can refill them just like an ink pad, but you always get 1 to 2 spots every month. Then you get the little brochure, and it'll show you what's in the kit, different ones. This one, like I said, I really loved, so I won't show you. But here is your stamp set. I hope, let me put some white paper under here. Hope you can see this. Every month you also get a stamp set in your paper pumpkin kit. So with your kit, look how gorgeous this stamp set is. 6, 7, 8, 9-piece stamp set. So even if you use the contents of your kit, you're good to go because you have this stamp set to continually use. And I love this one here. See right there. So you get the ink, you get the stamp set. First time you get the acrylic block. They always have some nice tissue. Always wrap your package well. And then when you open it, you have a packet of supplies. Let me get this out of the way. So here you have a pack of supplies, and you have your photos, which is how I create. You know, I'm not really good at reading directions, and if you were honest with yourself, you're probably not either. So as long as I have a picture to look at, I can create. But again, like I said, and like I'm going to show you with another kit, you don't have to do it like they say. You can make anything you want because the parts are amazing. But if you did want to do it like they say, you get a sheet of dimensionals. You have glue dots. You have this beautiful twine to use on your cards. These are embossed pieces, already embossed for you. You have envelopes, and all their envelopes are usually lined, have some kind of, you know, extra gorgeousness to it, so people know that you went the extra mile. And then here, you have all of your card bases. So this card base has gold foil front. It had gold foil banners and sayings. And what's really cool, and this is what you saw in the beginning, is that your banners, or your sayings, excuse me, any of your sayings are in English, French, and German. So I have a German friend, and when I get these kits, I give her all my German words, because I never took German. I took Spanish, and I was lucky to make it through by the skin of my teeth. So I can give her the German, if you know somebody who's French. But the reason they do that is because Stampin' Up! Is worldwide, and the kits are made so they can be shipped worldwide. No sense in trying to figure out who has English, who has another language. But these all, for example, this little word would pop out, peace. I understand that. You have to keep it simple. But these are pieces that I would actually use on my cards. All the little banners that you would ever have or stamping pieces pop right out. They're all pre-cut. And then they have wreaths, they have the flowers, they have all the embellishments that you would use to make your cards. So every month you get a kit, and they're all different. Now, one place you could see, I was surprised they didn't really have the information in the annual catalog, but we do have it on page 91, the back page of the mini catalog. And it explains the different ways that you can get Paper Pumpkin. So you can do a month-to-month subscription, which we'll talk about a little bit, or you can actually buy a 1 month, 3, 6, or 12 month. So those are some of the ways that you can buy it, but again, I'll tell you that in a minute. So with Paper Pumpkin, actually let's go over it now, and then this way you know. With Paper Pumpkin, in the past you never knew what you were getting the next month. Well, now they give you like a sneak peek, and that really is nice, because anytime that you are a subscriber to Paper Pumpkin, or if you have bought the prepaid kits, you can suspend a month. So if you're going on vacation and you don't want to receive a kit, if you say, well, I don't know if I really care for that kit from what I've seen. You can just go to your account at mypaperpumpkin.com, skip a month, and then you just keep going after that. But again, I love how they now are showing us a little preview. So this is for next month. This is called Bouquet of Hope. And what it says, because I'm sure you can't read that, it said, offer uplifting messages to support your loved ones through life's trying times. So thinking of you cards, you can always use those. They're beautiful. It says it includes enough supplies to create 9 cards and coordinating envelopes. So sometimes you might get a kit that would have like treats in it. For example, we just had Valentine's. They were treat boxes with some really cute embellishments. You can use them as treat boxes, or you could make them into cards with the supplies that you have. But this way, you know what you're getting for the next month. And again, I think that is huge because we do want to know what we're going to have in the next kit. And it says it features pretty pastel shades and rich jewel tones, floral patterns and pieces, and a thoughtful, versatile stamp set. So I like that because that's probably sayings and words, which I really think we can use for every card. Now the cool thing is, with this paper pumpkin kit for next month, this is a February paper pumpkin kit, is it coordinates with the exclusive Flower and Field designer paper. So with this designer paper, it coordinates with these cards. So now you can interchange and continue to make cards with your paper pumpkin kit. Now everything you do has to be done by the 10th of the month. So if you want to suspend a month, you have to go to your account and do it by the 10th of the month. If you want to sign up for Paper Pumpkin, do it by the 10th of the month, and then you will get that month's kit. So if you want the Bouquet of Hope, do it by February 10th, and you'll get this kit in the mail. And sooner is better than later, because very rarely, but they have had limited kits, and only those who were subscribers got them. If you were just going in for the first time at the 9th hour, you may or may not have gotten it, but most of the time you do. I would always rather be safe than sorry. So let me tell you real quick about the different ways, and hopefully you could see this. Typically, you can do a month-to-month subscription, which it costs you $22 a month. It comes to your door every month, no problems at all. So if you want to do that, you have 2 options. One, I did put a link on the Facebook page already. You can click on it and go subscribe, and you get a monthly kit. Again, you can go ahead and suspend those any times that you want. But this is Sale-a-Bration, and this is what I wanted to talk to you about. During Sale-a-Bration, if you get the prepaid kits, like the 1 month, 3, 6, 12, your benefits start at the 3-month paper pumpkin, because it's like putting in an order and Sale-a-Bration applies. So basically, if you just want to try like a 1-month kit, it's $21. Okay, simple. It's just like putting in an order. This is the item number you put in. But if you put in a 3-month paper pumpkin prepay subscription, whoo, I said that pretty good. Sale-a-Bration benefits apply, because you would get 3 paper pumpkin kits, 1 each month, for $63. You hit your $50 threshold, and now you can go ahead and get that Sale-a-Bration item, like the Flower and Field paper that coordinates with this month, I should say. The more you do, the more you save. So if you take a 6-month subscription, you're going to pay $114. That's going to save $1 per month on paper pumpkin, and you get 2 Sale-a-Bration items. Or you can get one of the $100 items. Everybody's loving that Beary Blossom paper for sure. So you would get the stamp set into paper. But this is the time to try paper pumpkin. This is what I do. Every year, I'll go take a 12-month subscription. So I know instead of just paying per month and not receiving benefits, I will put in my 12-month subscription, put in this item number. It costs $220, but I get one of the months for free. So that's a $20 savings at least. I get 4 Sale-a-Bration items, and since that's over $150, I now get $22 in free Hostess merchandise. So if you want to try it, I recommend at least the 3-month, because you get your free Sale-a-Bration. You can go to my website. Let's see if I've got my picture in here. But if you use the host code, if it's under 150, please use the host code. If not, definitely do the 12-month and get your own items for free. So let me show you Sale-a-Bration, Paper Pumpkin in action. The December kit was really stinking cute, and it was called Beary Comforting. So I love, again, I have instructions with pictures, but even if I am a reader, which we know I'm not, we still have pictures. We just have little instructions. But again, make this the way you want. I think some people have always said they didn't like Paper Pumpkin because, oh my gosh, it's like one year they had banners. And somebody said, when would I ever use banners? Well, they took those banners. They were making wreaths. They were making cards. Use your imagination. Start with the kit and use your imagination. So on the back, there are all kind of resources for Paper Pumpkin. You have paperpumpkin.com. We are on Pinterest, Facebook, and by, I think it was some of the demonstrators, there is a Facebook group called Paper Pumpkin Fan Club. And you will see this kit used every which way but the way Stampin' Up! Said, and it's great ideas. So this one was called Beary Blessings. This was actually the December kit. Now it was easier, instead of trying to show you a photopolymer stamp set, because they're all photopolymer, this is the overlay sheet and I just put it on paper. I thought that was kind of smart. Thank you. It's the little things in life. But anyways, this is a stamp set. So you have this adorable bear, get well soon, you are on my mind, and hooray. Now with the cards that you could create, this was one of them. And again, he was adorable. Had this little get well soon. I could use a dozen of these cards every month, unfortunately. But we have this. And Stephanie said she always changes up her Paper Pumpkin. You are right, Steph. I know you are creative. So again, let's see, Lily's here. She's catching me in between classes. Edith is here. Thanks, gals. Okay, we are getting to creating. I'm not just going to talk. So this was one of the cards that you can do, and you get enough to make 3 of these. So again, this was 9 cards. Here was another one, and these were just adorable. And I thought what was so cute is these little koala bears are actually attached by a piece of paper. So you had all kinds of little pieces that you can slide in there. And then I'm going to show you how to make the 3rd card and then an alternative card. So basically, with the kit, again, you get your card bases. I have this already printed card base. You get all of your labels. So right here, so you just stamp on them. No die cutting machine, no punch. They're already pre-punched for you. Then you get, see, this is what I was talking about. There's your little animals. And like I said, these guys, which I thought was adorable, they have this piece in between them, so they're spaced perfectly. The little hands pop out. Then you can slide in a gift, flowers, a cupcake for a birthday, the little heart. I mean, I really think of everything. So I'm going to take my little teddy bear. And again, look, even his hand is pre-punched. So then when I create, he's going to be bringing some flowers to somebody. Then I'm going to take this back piece right here. So it really is everything that you need. And Stephanie just said it's great to do with kids. And it really is. I was showing Zoe some pictures of this little bear, and she went crazy. She doesn't know I have it. So I'm so excited to make my Valentine cards that I'm going to send to her with this. So I can either pop this up with dimensionals, or I can put it down. Because again, they give you a whole sheet of dimensionals when it is needed. Which, let's face it, it's always needed. So I'm just going to put my little piece on here. This is how sweet and easy it is. I'm going to take my label and I'm going to do the You Are On My Mind. So when I take the Stampin' Spots, I just take my paper snips. I just cut along the paper. You can take the whole thing off, but to me it's just as easy to just lift that up And I don't know if you do this. I do. Let me get a scrap piece of paper. I'll just turn this over. Whenever I have a new stamp, I always ink it once, then I just drag it on the back of the paper, because sometimes there's a really light film on there and it just comes from the production of making the stamps. And if you want your ink to really adhere to your stamp well, and this goes for the red rubber too, just ink it, put it on paper, wipe it off, and if there was any film on there, it is pretty well gone. So I'm just going to take the, you are on my mind. And there I have my stamp. Now for my little teddy bear, I am going to take my dimensionals. Isn't this great when it's a whole sheet? You could use as many as you want. So I'm going to figure out which ones I took the paper off already. That's your first task. Then I'm going to take this little guy and put him right in the middle here. So Steph said her granddaughter always asks if the kit came in so she can work. Aw, that's adorable. Remind me again, Stephanie, how old she is. I do know she's stamp room ready, which actually, so is Zoe. Zoe is my 8-year-old granddaughter, and she outcreates me. She loves to paint. She loves to do everything. So I just love having her in the stamp room. So here I've got my little bear. I'm going to put a dimensional. Since he's already popped up, I'm just going to put it like in this corner. I can always put just a little adhesive if I want to hold the top. She is 7. Perfect age. Perfect age. You are on my mind. And then for my flowers, I'm actually going to put a dimensional here because I do want them to kind of pop up. A little bit of adhesive. My flowers will go there. Okay, that's probably one of the quickest cards I have ever made. And by far, it could also be one of the cutest cards I ever made. So again, even if you're an avid stamper, sometimes it's nice to just have everything in one box to take with you or to just sit and simply create without having to like figure it all out ahead of time. But he is yummy. Okay, so now as I told you, these are the cards that actually come in the kit, just like that. I could make all 9 cards like this and absolutely love them, or I can use the parts and change them up. So that's what I did about 20 minutes before I got started. So if I'm ever like out of breath when I come on to the Facebook Lives, I've now told you why. But if I do my best work at the last minute, oh my goodness, then this is fantastic. Okay, so what we're going to do here, again, I made this one with cardstock that I have. A lot of times you even get extra pieces, or like for this piece here, I just took my card base and I cut it the front. I cut strips. So look at all the different strips you could get. You could get 4 strips out of this easy that are over 1 inch big. So with this card, he is right here. It says, "You're on my mind." Opens, opens, and that's my card. So I'm going to show you how I made this one. So first you're going to need, this is rich raspberry. And I took a piece of rich raspberry. I'll make sure you can see these measurements. Again, I'm higher. 7.5 by 5. And then I scored it at 3 3/4. Now something I did with this card, I just bought these stitched with whimsy dies. I hope you can see that, but it's a stitched whimsy die that goes around your card, and it just makes a nice border. It doesn't cut it out, but I almost missed those in the mini catalog. So here's what you have. They look kind of crazy on here, but here's a large one. So this would go on a full-size card. This one here is the one that I used, but it just gives a nice speckling, making that little border, the die holes around your card. And if you're ever looking where they are, again, sometimes things tend to get lost. in a catalog, or I don't even see them towards the end. But in the very back of the catalogs, this is something I have really liked that they started doing. Back here, like on page 83, this is a catalog at a glance. So here you have all the stamp sets. Here, actually I missed it. Here you have the bundles. All right, let me back up. Here you have the bundles. So these are all the bundles in the catalog. If you're trying to look for something, just go to the back, look for the number, and then you will have it. So we have all the bundles listed. We have the stamp sets listed. We have designer papers listed. And right here, we have all the dies. So this very last one, this Stitched with Whimsy die, is on page 29. And again, I want to show you because I missed it. I had missed it. Did I miss it again? Hold on. Oh, isn't that going to be funny if that was a typo? Oh, no, it's $29. It's on page 72. Okay, we didn't get lucky. It wasn't a typo. It was my eyes. Hello. Okay, so right here on page 72, it's with these stinking cute little hot dogs. You have the Stitched Whimsy dies. So it shows you the shapes and the whimsiness going around it. So I put that on here. So I have, let's start all over again since I got sidetracked. 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 of Petal Pink. Okay. 7 1/2 by 5, scored at 3/4. There. For my inside, since this is such a dark cardstock, 3 1/2 by 4 3/4. And then with this piece, again, I cut it from one of the actual card bases of the kit. But here, it is 4 1/4 by 1 3/4. And I just scored like a little 3/8 on here. I wanted to leave this side longer because if not, it could come up short. See how it's a little bit longer? I can always trim that because even if I just measured this across and scored it, since it's coming from behind here, it can come up like short. And then I wouldn't be able to sleep at night. That would drive me nuts. So that's why I kept it longer so I can trim it just to make sure it's exactly where I want it. So with this piece, I'm just going to take my adhesive. I'm going to put my adhesive on this little piece only. Again, this is that part from the kit. I'm going to close my card. And then I'm just going to put it on the bottom here so that it covers the bottom part of the whimsy. So see, it's actually taped on the back. Now, I would normally run over to my cutting board, my cutter to make sure that it was nice and straight, but I have the edge to cut it on. So here is this part of your card. So as you can see, this has to go on first so we can hide that. Now I'm just going to take this and I'm going to put this right in the center of my 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Another quick card, I'm just saying. Okay, so I will take, once again, one of the circles, my little spot. And by the way, they sell empty stamping spots in the annual catalog. So you can actually buy the refill, if you prefer the spots, ink those up and use those as your regular pad. So I have my saying. I'm going to pop out, loving this bear, loving him. Bend his little arm out. Again, I will take my dimensionals. Uh-oh, okay. You're stamping with Colleen. I will show you what to do, or I might show you what not to do. You know I'm going to show you something. Don't do that. Because I forgot, I only need them on the bottom, not on the top. If you're like me, you're a visual learner. So hopefully you just learned a lot. Okay, so I have my dimensionals on the bottom only. I'm going to put this sweetheart here. I'm going to find my circle. Oh Lord, where did that go? Okay, it's live, y'all know. There it is, there it is. Whew. See, I was with grandkids the last 2 days. I'm having far too much fun with all of you. But that's a good thing. So for this, I can kind of slide him down. And I'm just going to put this over here. So you are on my mind. And then again, I can decide whatever it is I want to put in his sweet little arms. I did flowers before. Let's see. This has the flowers. This has the heart. I think maybe we can do a gift. That might be good. Oh yes, that's perfect. So I'm going to take my gift. Again, I want this to stick up. I'm just putting a dimensional in the top right corner. Put a little bit right here. And then I have the outside of my card, but I still need that inside. So one of the things they have are these flowers. And with the flowers, this is old school here now. You know, you can actually marker your stamps with different colors and stamp that way. This was like, this was just cool stuff back in the day, but it's still cool. Just like our blends, with your markers, you have the thin line and you have the fat line. So of course, that's your fine point, that's your fat point. And that's what you want to use when doing this, but you want to use the side of your point, always, because you don't want to eat that tip up. You want that tip to stay nice and sharp. Now this, I don't think would work with your blends because it's an alcohol and it dries quick, but with your Marvelous markers, they actually are water-based. So what I'm going to do is I am going to, again, use the side. I'm going to ink these up, and then I'm going to moisten it with my breath. And when I do that, it brings all this ink back to life. So I have that. Not a glamorous technique, but it works. And there I have my center where I can have my leaves one color and my flowers the other. And not having to worry about trying to figure out how to do that. Just color your marker. So anyways, I'm going to put this here. And there is my finished card. So a couple more things. Let me see. Stephanie said she was not a fan of this kit, to be honest. And I love your honesty, but I can't wait to create. Something that, like I said, when you're doing it, I think sometimes all it takes, I know it does for me, is to see a card created a different way. And again, the beauty of the new paper pumpkin, not the new paper pumpkin, but paper pumpkin, is that if you don't want the kit, if you say, yeah, those beers really aren't for me, you can go in there by the 10th of the month and you can suspend that month. So you don't have to get what they say. You have control over it. So there were a couple things I was going to tell you, and I hope I don't forget them. Like I said, you need to sign up by the 10th of the month to get it. As a subscriber, you can purchase past kits. So you have to be a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, but say if I wanted, for lack of a better word, the guts to create these cards again, what it comes with, it does not come with the spot or the stamp set, but I get all of the cardstock, the envelopes and everything that just came in the Paper Pumpkin kit for like $10. So that's 9 cards for $10. Again, I get the labels. If there was ribbon in it, you would get the ribbon. Whatever is in that pack. It's everything except the ink and the stamp set. But you have to be a subscriber. But how great is that? So if you really come across a kit that you love, you can add more of the packets. Let me see. I think think, like I said, that might be it. I just want to make sure I told you everything. I put a link on there on the Facebook group already if you want to sign up for Paper Pumpkin. But again, if you want to do the savings with Sale-a-Bration, you would put that in as a regular order. Whether you order online or you send me your order, you would put it in. Works just like a regular Stampin' Up! Order. Sale-a-Bration benefits apply starting at the 3-month, but all of your benefits grow as they go. Like I said, 6 months is $114. You're going to save $1 per month plus 2 Sale-a-Bration items. If you do the full 12-month, it's $220, but it's like getting 1 month free. You're going to get 4 Sale-a-Bration items and $22 in free merchandise. Now, if you do it as an order on the prepay, Stampin' Up! Is going to generate an email. And in that email, it's going to have a Paper Pumpkin code. So you will have to go to the Paper Pumpkin website, paperpumpkin.com, go ahead and sign up like you would, and then put that code in there, and then that starts your subscription. So it doesn't start automatically. You have to put the code in when you set up your account. But as always, if you have any questions at all on any of that, please let me know. But I hope you enjoyed today. I have seen, like I said, some of the most gorgeous Paper Pumpkin kits. Some are, regal. Some are cutesy like this. Some are beautiful flowers. So just remember the February kit is this one, the Bouquet of Hope. And that again coordinates with the Flowers and Field Designer paper. So any questions, you all know where to find me. Goodness, email, telephone, I'm best on the phone because I love talking. Just let me know. Email me any questions that you have, private message, and I would be more than happy to answer any other questions that you have. But it is Sale-a-Bration. It is February, and it is the last month of Sale-a-Bration. So please take advantage of the starter kit special that you can purchase, $125 in product. You can get for only $99, and then you get the 5 packs of designer paper for free, or again, just free merchandise with every order. But I hope you had fun today. Again, just thank you for joining me. I love you all, and I so appreciate all the support that you give me. I cannot do what I love to do without all of you, so I am forever grateful. Please have a blessed day wherever you are, and I look forward to seeing you next Wednesday at noon when we can have lunch again. Thanks so much, y'all. God bless you.